Hi guys, we are changing this common fraction to decimal fraction. To change this to decimal fraction, we have to use the long division method. So you have to bring your square roots. Make sure there's enough space at the top. Bring your divisor over here. Then the 5 will be in the square root. Ask yourself if 8 can go into 5. 8 cannot go into 5 because 8 is bigger than 5. So you bring 0 at the top, bring your point. Immediately you bring the point, add 0 to what? 50. 8 can go into 50 how many times? 6 times. Then you multiply the 8 by the 6. You get 48. You subtract. You get 2. Since you've already brought the point over here, add 0 to the 2 because 8 cannot go into 2. Now 8 can go into 20 how many times? 2 times. Okay. Then 8 times the 2 will give you 60. Subtract. You get what? 4. Still 8 cannot go into 4, so you continue to add a 0. 8 can go into 40 how many times? 5 times. 8 times 5 will give you what? 40. Subtract. You get 0. So the decimal fraction for 5 over 8 is equal to 0.625. Now, they can also ask you to change 5 divided by 8 to percentage. To change this to percentage, you have to first change it to what? Decimal fraction to make it easy for you. Since we've already solved the decimal fraction, this is how you go about it. 0.625 times 100. Now 100 has what? 2 zeros. Since they said percentage, and we know that percentage usually deals with what? 100. Now 100 has what? 2 zeros. So you stand at the point and move according to the number of zeros that you have over here. So you stand at the point, you move 1, 2. The point has moved to this place. So we have 62.5%. That is it. You can be asked to compare fractions too. So they can say compare 1/4 and 0.865. To compare these two numbers, this one is in decimal fraction, so you have to change this one too into decimal fraction before you'll be able to compare them. To change this to decimal fraction, we already know that you have to use the long division method. So you bring your square root, bring your divisor over here, bring the 1 over here. 4 cannot go into 4 because 4 is bigger than 1. So you bring your 0 point, then you add 0 to this. 4 can go into 10 how many times? 2 times. 4 times 2 will give you 8. You subtract, you get 2. You've already brought up point over here, so add 0 to this one. 4 can go into 20 how many times? 5 times. 4 times 5 will give you what? 20. You subtract, you get 0. So your decimal fraction for 1/4 is 0.25. So 0.25 is less than 0.865. So to compare the two, you say 1/4 is less than 0.865. Guys, let's move to the third example. You can be asked to compare 85% and 0.65. Now, to compare these two numbers, this one is in percentage, so don't touch this one at all. change the decimal fraction to percentage to make it easy for you. Okay, so you say 0.65 times what? 100. So you multiply the decimal fraction by 100. So 100 has 2 zeros. So you move according to the number of what? Zeros to change the decimal fraction to percentage. So you stand here, then you move 1, 2. Okay, there's nothing over here. 0 is here, so you don't bring the 0. So multiplying by 100, we will get 65%. The decimal fraction, when you change it to percentage, you are getting 65%. So to compare these two numbers, we have 85% is greater than 0.65. Remember, don't compare with the percentage that you've gotten. Always compare with the number given to you to compare. Okay, so this is our answer. Hello guys, let's move to example 5. Change 3/4 to percentage. So as I've already told you, to change this to percentage, you have to first change it to what? Decimal fraction. So you bring your square root, bring the 4 over here, and write the 3 inside the square root. You ask yourself if 4 can go into 3. It cannot go because it is bigger than 3. So you bring your 0, you bring your point. Immediately you bring the point, add 0 to the 3. 4 can go into 30 how many times? 7 times. 4 times 7 will give you what? 28. You subtract, you get 2. 4 cannot go into 2. Since you've already brought a point over here, add 0 to the 2. 4 can go into 20 how many times? 5 times. 4 times the 5 will give you what? 20. You subtract, you get 0. So the decimal fraction for 3/4 is 0.75. Now, it will be easy for you to change it to what? Percentage. To change it to percentage, write your 0.75, multiply it by the 100, and you stand at where the point is and move according to the number of zeros that you have in the 100. We have 2, so we have 1, 2. So the point will be here, there's nothing over here. So our percentage is 75%. So changing 3/4 to percentage, it will give us 75%. Hello guys, you can be given this fraction to find the least fraction. To find the least fraction, this one is already in percentage. So change the decimal fraction to percentage, and also change the common fraction to decimal fraction before percentage. So you not work on this one. Let's work on this too. To get the percentage for this decimal fraction, as we've already seen, you multiply 0.60 by 100. We have 2 zeros, so we move 1, 2. So this one will give us 60%. The next one is 5/10. You use the long division method for this one. Bring the 10 over here, write a 5. 10 cannot go into 5. So bring your 0 point, then add 0 to the 5. 10 can go into 50 how many times? 5 times. 10 times 50 will give you 50. Subtract, you get 0. To get the percentage for 5/10, you multiply the decimal fraction by what? 100. So we have 0.5 times 100. We have 2 zeros over here, So you move according to the number of zeros. So you start here 1 and then 2. So we have, since we don't have anything over here, you add 0, okay? And this is what? Divided by 100. You move 1, 2. So you've gotten 2 zeros. But this 0, you are not going to use it because we are dividing it by what? 100. So our percentage for 0.5 will be 50%. I hope it is clear. Now let's arrange them or find the list. We have, if you see the 5 divided by 10, it is giving us what? 50%. And then the 0.60 is giving us 60%. So which one is small? We can say 5/10 is the least. Okay, so the least is 5/10.